So turn down the lights, lock the door. It's time for DJ's After Dark.
Oh my God.
Hey everybody. Danny J here along with Dr. Rock Ray Thomas.
Hi, good morning. Call me Star.
DJ Rob Cannon.
Yo.
We got Fast Eddie C in the house.
Hey, what's going on?
And DJ Matt Sunner coming on out of the South Kakalaki.
Good morning, gentlemen.
There we go. Look at that. Looks like he's in a set of MASH.
Yeah. Like we were just saying, this is old school.
Old school
Studios going on here.
Right. That's some wave radio in the fucking garage is what's going on.
Yeah, man. Look at that.
Wow.
It's like back the old Ballad 1 days, I can remember.
Well, remember, you're on DJV Productions. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button that's right below. Make sure you're hitting that and you're subscribing. Share the channel to everybody. We have plenty of content for everybody. So you're definitely going to want to check it out. And definitely want to share the videos. We always try and make them as funny as possible, that type of thing. So make sure you're jumping on air. Everything is going to be good. Today we got a pretty cool show. We are going to talk about karaoke. That's right. We're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of karaoke. We kind of touched on this before in another episode, but this is more specifically, I think we're going to talk about the host. There are certain things that have bugged me, and I've talked to Rob off the air about certain hosts that we know that host karaoke. And we're going to talk about that today because it is a legitimate scenario that actually fits in with professional DJs in comparison to these karaoke hosts. We're going to talk about that today. How is everybody doing before I even get started?
We're all doing fine, Danny J. How about yourself?
Ray's a little under the weather.
I just got over it being a little, and I want you to know right now, there is no collusion on my part. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good down here too. It's weather's getting real nice down here in the south.
Oh, that rocks.
It's a little chilly down here.
What about you, Ed?
I'm all right. I'm doing good.
Thanks,
Okay.
Ed. Elaborate.
I took my medicine. My feet hurt. I'm good.
Comes with age. Yeah.
Well, when we talk about karaoke, more specifically, I want to jump into this right now because it is something that is something that I'm like, this is kind of annoying to me. What happens is there's a certain somebody that I'm friendly with on the Facebook and all that jazz. And what it was is with that person.
Looks like the sun's coming.
No, it's not coming up.
No, it's not.
I still want to know why we got to lock the door. Go ahead.
With that particular person, what was happening was she is someone that puts up a lot of videos, mostly of herself singing. And what happens is it's one of those things where, first of all, as someone that's DJing and is a karaoke host as well and so on and stuff like that, at the end of the day, it's all about the patrons.
Yes,
That's what we're there to entertain the patrons.
True.
Karaoke is one of those scenarios where it's either a hit or miss based on who you're attracting.
Correct.
Based on the clientele of the bar itself. Because there's been many times
good singers too.
And
you do need to be able to sing.
Well, not really, because let me tell you the reason why I say that. I think more people have fun at one
if they're not that good.
If they're drunk, and they're singing to have fun.
Yeah,
because they're drunk. That generally is the best karaoke time you're going to get.
There's a lot of serious karaoke people that hate that.
And they're the ones that cause the problems. Yeah. They're also the kind that don't drink as much.
So like country dancers.
Like country line dancers.
Correct.
So you're talking about, this is someone that's taking up a lot of room because it's never just one. Like Rob just said, a good singer or a prospective good singer is not going to go to a place where everybody's just fucking around and just drinking and singing. You know what I mean?
Correct.
They want to go someplace where they're going to potentially be discovered. Like it's American Idol.
They got out of Danny J's basement.
So what happens is, well, you leave the door unlocked, and what happens?
Sure.
But what happens is at that point is that these people will kind of like travel in droves. You know, I mean, you're talking about.
Sorry, guys.
If you have one main singer, you'll have at least 5 other ones.
Right.
You know, they're the ones that come up and they give you a list of songs that they do. as if like they're in concert.
Like John's place.
And there's
Yeah.
always one leader in that.
Here's my set list.
Here's my set list. And that's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
how
yes.
they say it too. You're right, Matt. Here's my set
Like
list.
they're
This is
there
what
to entertain everybody.
yeah, it's like, all right. I had a guy give me a disc one time. He said, "Here, you can keep that disc." I said, "Well, what's on it?" "Oh, it's me singing." "Well, I don't fucking want it."
Just for upstairs bathroom
I said right to his
activities.
face, I'm like, "Oh, I don't fucking want it."
I'm sorry, but Canon Entertainment is not a label.
You know,
I
yeah.
believe the children are up. Never mind. But
You
go
know,
ahead.
But the thing
No, I
is,
can't
though,
believe I can fly.
this particular person, and they don't watch the show. Now, whether they do or not, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they don't watch the show. But this person is in one of those places where she's a karaoke host.
Right.
Now, I want to specify that a karaoke host, which means she's not a DJ. And what I mean by that is this: she only does karaoke. She doesn't do regular DJ gigs at all.
Right.
Which means her musical knowledge is going to be
Limited.
at best. Okay. And it's someone who, when you watch videos, you barely see videos of the patron singing, because a lot of times I see where she puts a video up that she's hosting karaoke and it's this big elaborate set that she does, but there's like 7 people in the bar. Okay.
Right.
You know, something like that.
Right.
And then anytime there's a video up of somebody, it's always me singing this, me singing that. And I said to Rob, I said, this is a classic person that is a half decent singer, but someone that's not good enough to be in a band,
Right.
wants to desperately sing in front of people. So the only way this person can sing in front of people and get paid as an entertainer is to host karaoke and then kind of like roughshod the thing and just
hope.
like
And when you say get paid, by the way, they do it practically for peanuts.
for peanuts. And that's the problem I have with you. Like, you could sit there and say, well, who cares? Let them do whatever they want.
Yeah.
The problem is, though,
Hurts the industry.
they do it for peanuts on the dollar because they're just happy to be up there singing.
Yeah.
Which takes away the quality
Right.
of what the show's
And then
all about.
when someone like Rob and I are bidding on a job and we're easily maybe $50 more on the gig,
Right.
and it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but understand what bars pay. Okay.
So you do it for $12 a night.
$50 for a bar is like, it's like the night, you know, sometimes. But when we're bidding on that and we're not giving half of what they're giving, and I mean
Right.
that, and that's not something negative on us as DJs. I'm saying it because they're coming out there with fucking backdrops that are huge and lighting and this, that, and the other thing. And you're talking about
Wait,
something
that girl does that?
she has in certain cases where she has a big giant screen behind her, right? That's and
That's a lot of
lighting.
work.
But she
And
doesn't
lighting
have
for
and
that
everything
kind
else.
of money.
She
for that
doesn't
kind
have
of
big
money.
time talent, so she puts a
You're
big time
you're
backdrop.
talking a realistically a $300 job minimally, and they're
Mhm.
doing it for barely 150,
Yeah.
which is nothing for karaoke. Like karaoke, we don't even want to touch.
But
for
what
under
they
175,
don't
200.
understand, people that do that, there's always going to be someone else that's going to do it again and keep it down. So
Yeah.
what's going to happen is the industry's going nowhere. Ray and me
Exactly.
been DJing probably the longest out of all of us,
Yes.
right? And Ray,
Yes.
back in the day,
Right.
what did bars pay? Same, pretty much, right?
That's what I find fascinating when Dan was saying about the price of that.
Yeah,
It looks like it hasn't gone up
It
$10, which I think is ridiculous. And I
it
think
hasn't.
part of that is because these no talent people come in,
Right.
they do the same thing that the talented people do, and the bars go, well, let's go get these cheap
But
people.
you know what, though? Here's another thing to understand,
But
though.
and that's the thing, though. They don't do the same. They
No.
don't do the same. They
They
do
don't.
a hack job of it. But
Correct.
the thing is, the bar sits there and figures, why am I going to? They think that they're paying the industry, they're charging the industry standard when they're not. So when the people who do a good job and are asking for what should be the industry standard, it sounds like you're overpriced.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know what the thing is, too, though? These people that do this, they do not care about the
No.
industry.
So
No, they don't.
they've been
Because-
doing it after a while,
Right.
and they want to make
But
more
they
money.
but they don't care about the industry and because they're not in the industry.
No, they
It
just
It
want to
doesn't
get
bother
paid.
them at all. And like, you know what? I'm going to rebut what you just said for a second, because you know what? I don't think they care about getting more money, because it's not about the money, Rob. It's about, I get to perform in front of people. That's what
It's
my
the ego.
And I don't
It's
care
their
if I'm
ego.
good or
Wait.
not.
Right.
Hold
I don't
on,
care.
Hold on. We all had to start somewhere. So what do we do to start? Well, Matt, of course, you started with us. And Dan, you started doing the
radio, I did
radio at
radio
the
and stuff like that.
school.
Yeah.
And Ray, I forget what you told me.
Radio and
He showed
everything
up,
else.
yeah.
Of course, I did college radio, which of course that's obviously a much bigger,
Yeah, you know what?
much
Though?
different
Here's
beast.
the difference, and I know where you're going with this.
Yeah,
The difference being, though, there's goals.
right,
Here.
right.
Goals for Matt, goals for me, goals for Ray.
You
goals
gotta
for you.
have a goal to be
These
successful. You have to have a goal.
their goal is to be on American Idol, and they're not going to be on there either.
No.
Yeah, no.
The only way for them to do, we know somebody very close to this company who is almost like that.
Mm-hmm.
She is also in the business, though, so therefore has the money bug,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of negates her from being in this conversation. But she is only one job away from being like this.
Mhm.
How about it? We know this.
Yeah.
And that's not trying to be negative or funny about somebody.
No.
That's their personality.
Right.
And that's what drives them. That's what Ray, when we talk about, we make fun and we have so much fun stuff. But when you go to see Ray live and he does his shit, you're like, oh my God, like what the fuck is this guy doing?
He puts a lot of energy.
a lot of energy into something.
And
you know
he
you're not getting
sings,
paid
and
for
I
it.
can't
Thank you
get him
so
to
much.
stop,
I
right?
did sing, but thank you so much, Danny J.
You know what I mean? But
Lunch will
like,
be on me.
compliment
but that's what motivates him more than anything else.
My belief is
He's
they'll
not-
always have a good time.
Right. But he's
Where-
not, but he's in the industry.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I still gotta get paid.
Yeah.
Like if you
Ray,
said, Ray, do the same fucking show, but I'm gonna pay you $25 less. You'd be like, oh, why are you gonna do that? You know, Ray would question, why are you gonna pay me less to do that show?
We're them people that
You know what I mean?
do it. They'll
That
do it
person's
for
like,
you.
oh, absolutely. As long as you're gonna let me stay here.
Yeah.
As long as you let me stay here, I'll do it. I don't
Mhm.
care.
and here's the difference. Here's the difference between
It was never first, it was second.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Matt. Sorry.
here's the difference between like what the people we're talking about and somebody like Ray. The people who go in here and, like you say, trying to be on American Idol and everything else, they're doing it for their ego.
Yeah.
They're doing it to, hey, look at me, I'm a star. Ray did what he did to pump energy into the room, to create excitement,
Right.
to create the atmosphere that we try to create as a DJ. Every DJ has their own style, has their own way of doing it. That was Ray's. And you're going in there and you're saying, this guy is fun, this guy's having a good time, and the people feed off that energy coming from him.
Something that was lost
And
a
it
long
creates the
time ago.
experience.
Something that was lost a long time ago, to exclamation point what you just said, is that we as DJs were there to create an experience in the room. That's why we got paid. Because otherwise, let's face it, for all these years, someone could have had a jukebox.
Sure.
Right or wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You know, it's a funny thing. Look at Laverne and Shirley when they went to Al's. Al's had a jukebox. Wasn't that a big thing in the 50s?
Yeah,
Let's go to the jukebox, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't about atmosphere. The kids just got to play whatever the hell they wanted, and that
That's
was the end of
true.
it. Okay. We came in as a person, and you go back to the shows like Laverne and Shirley and stuff like that, where the fictitious character like Vince Fontaine and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Those people, like American Bandstand-esque people, Dick Clark, etc., were people that
Why is he gonna
created.
be a dick?
Yeah, why?
That's where I got my name, the Big Ragu.
You know, because you're a Metagon.
It's a big ragu.
But
Ragu.
the big ragu.
Ragu.
But
No, the idea was
Ray's goo. I don't want to hear about Ray's goo.
No, thank you, Matt. God, I feel so loved
It's a
today.
medical condition.
No, the thing is, I think Danny was saying the same thing. You went in and you created an atmosphere. The idea was to have fun that night.
Yeah.
Have a girl meet a guy, and dance together, and go to the bar and have drinks. And then every time a good song came on, the dance floor was full.
And now,
It wasn't about money for
what
me.
he
at first.
just said is the black and white 50s version of what I'm about to say, which is on my end being there's about roughly 20 years difference within 20 years difference between he and I. My night is when I'm out there, my goal is to make sure somebody gets laid.
Well, I was saying the same
know what I
thing,
mean?
but I had
And-
to tone it down.
But
But you know what?
I got
Gentleman Ray and Crumb Dan.
But
You're
think
in
about
the
that for a
wrong
second.
business. You
I'm
should
not
have been a
being-
pimp.
I should have been.
Yeah.
But no, but in not even being funny, think about that for a second. When you go out to the bar, what are every guy and girl doing in a base scenario besides drinking? They're checking out other
Yeah,
people.
They're looking for
They're looking for
relationships.
well, you know what? I don't even know if they're even looking for a relationship. They're looking for that relationship
Fun
that night.
thing. Like Rob looking for
They're
a piece
looking
of
for a-
lawn out front. or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right,
And-
that you can
and-
kneel.
And
Yeah.
if I can facilitate an atmosphere where, oh, I went to the club last night and it was so good, and I met this guy, I met this girl, whatever the case was, and then I got that person's number. It's all about sex.
Well, then
Okay,
we should
and
just be playing all Barry White.
and if that, but if that was, if I was
Never
playing,
going to give you up.
if I was playing country songs, if I was playing Barry Manilow, if I was playing inappropriate music for the age group that's there, that atmosphere would not be there.
Right.
And you would leave. People want that sexy atmosphere. Why did Studio 54 do so well, besides the drugs and the sex and stuff like that? It was because they had an atmosphere so they could have drugs and sex and everything like that. It really does facilitate in itself, okay? Now, getting back to the subject, because everybody's
karaoke.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Take it
Back to
to more
karaoke.
too. You said everybody went out and they looked for that atmosphere and they had a good time and everything. So what did that make you want to do next week? The following week? It made you want to go back to the same place where you had a really good time. And what happened? You brought more friends.
Rob DJ'd at a place called KP Corral.
Yes.
Country line dancing when it was at its, when it was at its height,
baby.
It was at its height. Country line dancing and country music was at its height during that time frame, which was 90 versus 98, maybe something 97.
Well, I figured what, like 90, well, 90, like 98, 99 when it started petering out.
Yeah, right. And when we went there, you asked Rob, I was all over that place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was.
I knew everybody at that place. Okay, and
Dan
I
was a
went
man whore.
Call him underage Danny.
And I went to that place because
underage Danny.
I went to that place, and don't worry about that, Ed. I went to that place because I was able to go there and have fun, but I was also there to be able to meet women, get phone numbers, because I knew Rob had made it even extra because Rob would play something that he knew that would help me facilitate what I was about to
communicate with him on the dance floor.
Yeah,
you
know what I mean?
Blues.
So think about that for a second. That created a for lack of a better term, a Sodom and Gomorrah scenario for me every week. You know what I mean? Like if you had to, I was watching the Orville. You guys watch the Orville?
Yeah, it's a great show.
It's such a great show. But the most recent episode, which was called Lasting Impressions, if you don't even watch this show, only watch this one episode. It was such a thought-provoking, beautiful episode.
Wow,
beautiful. I mean, you forget that
the last one was just
the last
on?
one was just
Yeah, I
on.
didn't see it.
Yeah, Rob.
Wait till you watch it. You're gonna sit there and almost be like, "Oh my god!" Like I almost wanted to
I
cry.
always think the show gets better every time.
It does. I almost wanted to cry watching this episode because it was such a thought-provoking way. And I'll tell you off the air because I don't want to spoil it for people.
Yeah, it was really
back to karaoke.
Lasting episode. You know, you got to watch this. But the thing was,
they did karaoke on the ship.
No, they didn't do karaoke. Damn. But you got me off of that. Now I'm thinking about what I was brought it up for.
Sorry.
They got Danny Wave like the old KP Corral used to do it.
But
the office.
But the thing was with this show, and I totally forgot what the fuck I brought it up for.
Smoke some of this.
I had a point to bring it up.
And that's why you tune in.
Did you just have a brain for it?
I did. I had a brain for it.
He's getting old.
Explain shit to Rob. I fucking forgot what I was talking
blame it on Rob.
This is the man who 2 days ago posted on Facebook he had to use math to figure out how old he was.
Yeah, I know. I did. I had to use math to figure out how old I was this year. I totally forgot how old I was.
Hey, what do you have to say about karaoke? You like it, don't you? Or
no.
You like it? Or
keep my mouth shut.
You don't like karaoke?
Like on the show?
No.
I love karaoke. Though. Dan will tell you.
I'm not a big fan of it.
Now, see, Matt was somebody different that did when he did karaoke. Right. Instead of like trying to do be horrible, instead of trying to be American Idol, Matt said, "I'm going to use what gifts I have, and I'm going to make this an entertaining experience." Mm-hmm. Yes. So Matt, who's very, very good at doing voiceover of Cartman from South Park, right?
Go ahead, Matt, do it real quick.
Matt, hit it up.
Dude, you guys are being totally immature.
So
see what you people are missing.
So what he would
do, man.
We would go to karaoke, and he would sing songs like "Come Sail Away." Right. And what was another song you did?
I would do the South Park versions of "Come Sail Away." I would do Kyle's "Mom's a Bitch."
Yeah.
Sometimes
without music.
Just to show us a
okay, let's see here. Sailing away. Sailing up in cash for the Virgin Sea.
We did this, right? At a bar. We're live. We went to this bar, and there was karaoke. It was at the other end of the bar, right?
Right.
And this bar had another room where they had pool tables. Okay, so it's kind of like segmented, right?
Right.
When he started singing this song, people left the fucking pool room and just kind of got in the doorway to watch Matt.
Who the fuck is doing this?
Who's doing this? He did this, and it was the funny. We were dying laughing.
Did you go to KP when they had karaoke?
Yeah,
no.
we did. The South Park was just kind of coming out, and they hadn't really gotten his voice down, and they hadn't put the South Park versions out there in karaoke yet.
He did it at Bootleggers one year, and people would laugh their ass off.
Plus, Matt was getting more money, and Rob didn't know about it.
And
so
that was
all right.
That was a scenario where, like, he made a funny karaoke thing. Now, getting out of the you shouldn't be hosting karaoke just so you can get yourself up there to sing.
Right.
That's the point of that. Okay, you're not a DJ. You're really not a host. You're just egotistical. But the scenario is, as far as do's and don'ts, here's the kind of karaoke you're going to have. You're going to have the people like Matt who are going to have fun drinking and singing songs and making fun and having fun. And yeah, I'm not good, but you know what? I'm going to sing it.
I've even prefaced, I'll try and do a song like and not doing an impression or something. And I just want to, hey, I want to try the song, and I'll get up there and I'll even make a joke out of it. This is probably going to suck. Don't tell whoever did it that because they'll come kick my ass for killing, ruining their song for you, and you'd have fun with it. And like Danny says, you get people like that.
Matt enjoyed singing. You just enjoyed singing.
Yeah. Have some fun with it. This is either going to sound kind of good or it's going to suck and whatever. And I'm going to have fun for 5 minutes and go back and sit and continue drinking my beer.
You'll have that, right? Then you have your American Idol singers that come in. We coined that phrase because these people are like, oh, check me out on iTunes and check out my new album here and and here's my song list and blah, blah, blah. And they get angry if the song's not exactly karaoke wise the way they sing it.
Or not anymore. It doesn't bother me. I just do the best I can.
Or if someone else sings their song, or if it's like I want the Paul Anka version. You only have the Frank Sinatra version. Right. It's like just get the fuck over it. Oh, you know what? And then here's the biggest thing: they don't sing well. This is not an opinion. This is a fact. They do not sing well, and they say, "Oh, you know what? I sound a little off. That must be your microphone." No, it must be, it must be
the only problem with my microphone is it amplified you enough that the entire room heard how horrible you are.
I think it's you. You know what I mean?
He started out with Mr. Microphone.
Let me just say something, Dan. You were talking about. We started the show out with Dan talking about a particular host or certain hosts that host for themselves, and I think the advice we should offer that host if they ever watch our show is, yes, be entertaining, but let other people be entertaining.
Correct. That's why you're there.
Put their singing up on your page, not just yours.
But here's the thing, and she does from time to time. But if she puts up 10 videos, 7 of them are her.
Right.
That's
but you can't do that.
Right.
Well,
now this goes back to not being a DJ and only hosting karaoke.
Right.
When you don't have a lot of singers.
Right.
Granted, they'll tell you if you can try and sing a song to kind of get everybody going.
Yeah.
And Rob's seen me sing. I can sing.
I won't.
Yeah. Rob won't, but I will.
I want to see Eddie C sing.
Rob told me one time. He said, "I didn't realize you could sing."
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah." And then we did a job for our buddy John, Jam and John. John's like,
"Yeah.
I didn't realize you could sing." Everybody doesn't realize it because you know what? I don't try to do it.
You used to do it at KP. I remember.
I used to sing when I wasn't working.
But I never heard you do it.
Right, because I was downstairs.
Know you told me.
But like I can sing, but I don't try to do it because it's not about me. It's not, it's not the Danny J show. I'm here DJing. I'm here, I'll put a song up and sing to get the ball rolling and to break the ice or whatever.
Right.
But that's it. But if I don't have enough singers, if I don't have singers coming up, I'll play music.
Right.
Because here's the reason why. I've done karaoke gigs where people have come in and said, "Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't want to hear this shit all night."
Yeah, or I don't want to sing first. 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 I
No, or I don't want to hear singing at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's face it, in a lot of cases, people don't realize that. It's not for everybody. People go to a bar for a lot of different reasons. Some of it's to get laid. Some of it's just to have a good time. Some of it
talk to people.
And some of it is to drink their fucking day away.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the ones that want to drink their day away, and God bless them because I've been there and I have those days too. If I'm going to hear the Eagles sing Already Gone, I want to hear the Eagles sing it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear Joe Schmo singing and fuck it up. Yeah. You know, because it's annoying. It's like having a bad day, and then somebody's like, "Hey, right, hey, that's what it sounds like to them."
Yeah.
I mean, I've had people walk out of bars because they're like, "Oh, I don't want to hear this shit." I heard them say the comment.
See, I've
how
actually
about bars that want to do more than one night of karaoke?
Right. Recently,
scaring your place away.
There's a place that is doing Friday and Saturday night karaoke. That's ridiculous.
That's too much.
It's overboard.
It's oversaturation.
It really is. And
like Danny was saying, you know, that's where your best karaoke DJs are going to do.
Yeah.
Like you say, if you're having a slow night, you're going to play music. Or every maybe 5 or 6 singers that get up there, you get in there and you do like 20, 25-minute set of regular music to give everybody who does not want to hear karaoke, or you've had a bunch of bad singers, you give all the other people who don't want to hear karaoke a break. Yeah. You give them what they want to hear, and then they're going to know, okay, I might have to hear a few more people sing badly, but then as soon as they're done, in about another 20 minutes, I'm going to hear good music again, and they're going to stay, they're going to hang, because the good stuff they're hearing is going to be better and more enjoyable and at least equal to the crap that they don't want to hear.
Right. And here's the thing
that's
too.
why Matt's right, though. Matt knows how to be a DJ.
Right.
He knows when to turn something on. And like if some cheap person's there to karaoke, that's what they're going to do all night long.
Well, like, as an example, if you come up and you give me 7 songs that you do, you're not singing them all in a row.
No.
You're singing 2 here, 2 there.
Oh, there's people that want to do all 7
in a few minutes.
Well, if there's nobody singing, I'll double. But like as soon as somebody comes in that hasn't sung yet, they're going to go before you, so on and so forth. So that's another thing you have to consider too. That is the order.
Let me just say something in a wrap up of what you're saying with the karaoke in a different perspective.
Yeah,
KP. We used to play mostly country.
Yes.
But then we did the open dance floor music.
Yes.
What that did is it entertained everybody because there was people there that didn't want to hear country the whole night. So what brought them in is to watch the dance, and they loved watching the country dancing.
Correct.
But they also loved the freestyle, so they can go out and dance.
A friend of ours was in an accident, and Rob and I were covering his gig for a number of weeks. Okay, karaoke gig. The last night I'm there, my buddy who was in an accident, he's now able to come back the following week. So he came up with his wife that last week that I was there. Checked in, had everybody, that type of thing. So now it's the end of the night. Everybody that sang that night got to sing roughly about 5 songs each. So now in the last 10 minutes, I'm playing 3 songs, 4 songs, so I can get a beer, I can go to the bathroom, and I can get ready to get out of there. Okay, because I've been there for 4 hours. So I'm talking to our DJ buddy, and a girl comes up. She's all slosh. Hey, so-and-so wants to sing a song. I said, well, he sang 5 times tonight. I'm not doing any more songs. I'm almost done. I'm done in about a few minutes. But he's really good. I said, yeah, he is really good. And he was really good tonight.
5 times.
5 times.
5 times.
That's exactly what I said. Well, you suck. I'm like, well, whatever. I'm also
say no,
leaving.
we don't, because you didn't drink enough.
She said, well, I'm going to tell the bartender not to have you back here. I said, honey, I'm leaving tonight. I don't care. Yeah. I'll tell her right now to not have me back because I said I'm done today.
I love that when they used to come up to you and go, I know so-and-so, and I'll make sure you never come back.
Yeah, that one time.
Oh, I love that.
After hours.
So you got to understand, too. I mean, there are a certain amount of times that, you know, you're not going to be able to DJ. Ed, real quick, what's your go-to song? What are you singing?
For me, I don't sing, Dan. I can't carry a tune.
You look so heavenly. Look how heavenly he looks.
You're in heaven.
Ed, I think you could break up the Spice Girls.
Ed died on us.
Ed, hey, you like that? You like that?
I like it. Hey, you're talking to us from heaven.
Yeah.
Attention, folks. Eddie C has done
Ed,
talking to us from heaven.
Ed, if you keep that background and add some echo to your voice, I will love you for the rest of your life.
I can't add an echo voice in my life. But yeah, you like the background? It's called an overlay.
It looks like you have a gas leak in your house.
Yeah.
I want him to be the opening act for the new Spice Girls
Ed, are you
store.
visiting mine? Ed, say hi to my mom and dad for me while you're up there.
Mom's up there.
And Ray's mom and Dan's
Yeah,
mom.
real quick, imagine that you get this.
Eddie's got the ganja going.
Imagine you get this epiphany. You see God, and that's the face you see. Ed, talk real quick.
Hey, Dan, click on him. Dan,
Ed, talk.
hey,
Yeah.
Rick.
Matt, shut up. Talk. Ed, talk real quick.
What do you want me to say, Dan?
Say,
What do you want
hi,
me to
everybody.
say?
I am God.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Against his religion. Well, anyway.
Anyway,
No, I'm not going to say that. Here, you don't like the background?
hopefully you.
Here you go. How's that?
learned something to. Oh, that's nice.
How's that better?
Now you look like you're the king of the cosmos over there.
I thought that looked really nice.
It looked really nice. I thought it looked heavenly. I was gonna
we
send you
liked it.
flowers.
Yes.
Eddie C is Thanos.
I can hope I listen to Pink Floyd.
It's not.
Back up. I'm no. I got to do that.
Thank you, Ed.
Anyway, thanks everybody. Hopefully you learned something about karaoke tonight. And if you're a bar owner or something like that, hopefully you learned something too, that you do get what you pay for.
Or if you're a host, hopefully they
Hopefully you learned something too. Learn some music. Anyway, make sure you hit the subscribe button right below. And make sure you share the channel. We have plenty of stuff on here, so we want to make sure that everybody gets something to watch on this channel. We do thank you for your support here at DJB Productions. So for Rob Cannon, for Dr. Rock Ray Thomas,
I never dealt with Russia.
For Matt Stunner, and the heavenly Eddie C. Eddie. My name is Danny J. Until next time, we'll see you
after
dark.
Looks like the sun's coming up. Was that as good for you as it was for me?
Oh.
Next time for DJ's After Dark.